Show, Van Show. He's a monster on a mission to talk to lots of folks. Van Show, Van Show, Van Show, Van Show.
Hey everybody, it's the Van Show. Welcome, welcome all. And we're really excited because we have a very special guest today. I'd like to introduce you to Jenna Yoon. Say hello, Jenna.
Hi everyone. It's so good to meet you.
Yeah. Well, it's so good to meet you too. We're really happy to have you on the show. Now, we did bring you on because we want to learn a little bit about you. So first of all, tell us where you're from.
Well, I moved around a lot. I grew up, I moved around on the East Coast. I lived on the West Coast. I lived in the South. And then I lived in Korea for about half my life. And I came back to the States, and now I'm in Austin, Texas.
All right. Now, are there ferns in any of those places that you lived?
I think my mom might have had a house plant,
Yeah?
but no other
No?
ferns.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's all right, Fernie. It's all right. Ferns don't live everywhere now. Yeah. You know, you go to Korea when you're in 8th grade, and you realize like, wow, you know, like I don't feel so different. Were people actively like making you realize, like, or making you feel like you were a different like they were unaccepting, I guess, of you in the United States as you were growing up?
No, people weren't unaccepting of me growing up. I wouldn't say that actually. Everywhere I've lived, people have been very friendly. I think actually it's more in books. In books,
Oh.
I didn't see myself in any of the books that I read. I think the closest would have been, Claudia in the Babysitter's Club books.
Oh.
But I thought that was normal for a long time. And I thought, even when I was writing, all my characters were white. They weren't Asian. And I thought that was normal, and that's just how it is.
Oh.
And I think I didn't realize that, that's really not the case until I moved to Korea. And it was just kind of an eye-opener for me moving to Korea. But no, I think living here, no one person made me feel that way. It was just through books that I saw, I didn't see myself. Right. So my daughter, she loved everything Disney. I mean, she's living in California. We love everything Disney, watching all the Disney movies, and especially Elsa. And so our favorite thing to do, she was in preschool then, so she wasn't in school, it was before school. And so our favorite thing to do was to go to the Disney store at the mall and just like look around at all the stuff. And occasionally I would buy her things. And so she got an Elsa costume. She
Well.
loved Elsa. And then one day she also got an Elsa wig, a beautiful wig. And she was so in love with it. But then one day she came up to me and she threw the wig down and she was like, "Mommy, when am I going to look like this? When is my hair going to be yellow like hers?" And she has black hair like me, and she looks like me. She's no part white. And I told her, well, that's not going to happen, but you are beautiful the way you are, just the way you are, and we're Korean. And I tried to find books to support what I was trying to teach her and trying to tell her. And she was in preschool at the time. So at that time, I couldn't find that many books about Korean American kids. And so I went to Target. We were shopping at Target. And I came upon the book Arusha. And
Oh, yeah.
it blew me away. I was like, what? There is somebody that's writing about Indian mythology. And I just couldn't believe it. Even though it was in Korean, I still couldn't believe that it was something that could be done. And so I set off to write a book for my daughter so that she would be able to see herself in books. But it started off as a picture book. Obviously, this is not a picture book, but my story didn't fit. I quickly realized the picture book format wasn't going to work for my book. And so I ended up with a middle grade book, but it was inspired by my daughter so that she could see herself in books.
Can you tell us a little bit about the book?
Okay, Lia Park and the Missing Jewel. Well, first, the Lia Park series is a thrilling middle grade contemporary fantasy. And in the first book, Lia Park and the Missing Jewel, It follows the adventures of a young girl as she ventures to the undersea kingdom of the Dragon King to save her parents from an evil diviner spirit. So
Ooh.
that's the first book.
Now, Fernie, don't get too scared. I know. I'm sure it works out for everybody. I mean, okay.
We
well,
shall see.
Okay, right. No
No
spoilers.
No spoilers. In the second book, Lia Park and the Heavenly Heirlooms, Lia and her best friend June, they are protecting these magical heavenly heirlooms. And someone else is someone else is the King of Darkness,
Ooh.
and he is trying to get to the heirlooms before they do and plunge the world into darkness. So they
Yikes.
are on a mission to stop that from happening.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
This
you.
has been a ton of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Well, yeah, of course. Goodbye.
Bye.